All right, good morning. You are live in the attic. I know this is backwards. Live in the attic with Angela, and we are going to talk about paint today. So whoever is joining, I know Wednesdays are a bit challenging during the day, so we're going to try it out. Wednesdays is new. I've done lives on Saturdays, which seem to be quite well viewed, so we'll see how this goes. So anyways, so it is Wednesday. This is the first live I am doing. So I am Angela. I am the owner and creator with Angela's Attic here in Prince George, BC, Canada. I am a content creator and affiliate with Phenomena Paints out of Niagara Falls. So we're going to talk, this is my first one, so if I'm stuttering, bear with me. It will be more fluid eventually. But I want to show you the paints. So how this came about a few months ago. I've been showing you and kind of dabbling with Phenomena Paints over the past few months here over the summer. And have now I'm ready to show you everything. So a few months ago, I was approached by a lovely artist in the US, I believe in, I want to say she's in Ohio, I think. Kristen Min with Eclat Designs by Kristen, a fabulous, phenomenal artist. She is also a signature artist with Phenomena Paint. So she introduced me to Phenomena Paint and gave me a referral to the owner, Anna, and I was offered an opportunity to create with these wonderful paints. I was given a sample and I absolutely fell in love with it. So heck yeah, I'm going to use them. These are, so they are fairly new. They are Canadian made. Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Sherry. How are you? So they're Canadian made out of Niagara Falls, Ontario. And Phenomena Paints is a 100% organic clay-based paint. So the difference being is the organic. So with the clay-based paints, I'm just checking some notes here because I want to make sure I tell you all the right information. Okay, so they are 100% clay-based, clay-based mineral and 100% organic. So they're safe to use. They've got very low VOCs, so you don't really, the scents and everything. You're gonna love it, Connie. It's beautiful. The coverage is phenomenal. Phenomena. The coverage is amazing. 1 to 2 coats. Honestly, a lot of the things I've done, this is done in black over just a raw piece of wood. That's 1 coat. So the darker pigments cover extremely well. With the lighter pigments, like your whites and possibly your yellows, you will need 2 coats. But they glide on amazing. So I'm going to show you from start to finish the packaging. So Phenomena Paints, low prep. I never say no prep. There's always some kind of prep. You have to do something before you paint. So you want to make sure your surface is very clean, free of grease and oils and dirt, and has a dull sheen to it. So if it's really shiny, you're going to want to scuff it. But with Phenomena Paints, the adhesion is so great, you don't have to worry about the scuff sanding. So we've cut some time out of our work. The colors themselves, there are 80 plus colors, so I don't think you'll have a problem finding a color that you're going to fall in love with, or a dozen or so. I've got a fairly good selection here, but I have got nowhere near what's available sitting here. So this is just a drop in the bucket. So I'm going to show you a little bit of everything here. So when you order your Phenomena Paint, so as an affiliate, I have a link that is attached to my page, as well as on my website, angelasaticpg.ca. You can go in through my affiliate link And by shopping through that link and ordering your paints, it helps me bring you more wonderful projects and show you more stuff. I get a little bit of a fee for it. So it is helpful. Please shop from my link if you are interested. And you can get right into my link from the Angela's Attic webpage. So there we go. You're gonna get, so when you do, they come very well packaged. I love the packaging. They're plastic. They've got a large mouth opening, which is great for just dipping your painting right out of the jars, guys. Simple, simple. And they come. Shake well, okay? So when they're brand new, and I open them for the first time, I always have a stick with me as well, just because they're clay. So over time, clay absorbs moisture and they can get thicker. And so yes, it says shake well, but you might need to stir it up a bit too initially. Depends on the pigment. It just, certain pigments seem to absorb more. So we're going to open it up. This one is called Cotton Candy. This is one of the snowflake collections. So, and when I say snowflake, the colors, when you go on to the Phenomena Paints website, you'll find that the colors are separated or kind of organized by color themes. So there's snowflake, there's crimson, there's sapphire, there's earth, and it'll give you those tones in it, okay? This is part, Cotton Candy, I believe, was part of the whites, which is out of the snowflakes. I think there are 5 different whites. So yes, people, there are different whites. As artists, we know this. Our husbands don't get it. I can't explain it. Okay, this is Cotton Candy. So it is a white with a slight pinky base to it, undertone, but they're gorgeous. Okay, it's, there's my brushes. I'm gonna show you. So dipping them in, you're gonna paint right in the jar, okay? So they do come nice and creamy. Some of them, oops, shoot, don't make a mess. That slipped. Some of them, put that in there, are a little bit thicker. I want to show you one. My pink tea, I've used it quite a bit, the pink tea. And so with that, as you open your containers, every time you do that, you're exposing it to the air. Every time the air gets in more, it dries out your paint. It doesn't matter, it happens. These are water-based. So with the clay mineral base, you can thin them out. So even if they come thicker, and I think this one is fairly thick because I've used it, yeah. So it does, and it's been sitting. So it does thicken up, but all you gotta do, I'm gonna show you. It looks awful, trust me. This is beautiful paint still, okay? Add a little bit of water. And you have got, adding a little bit of water to it also extends that paint. This paint goes so far. Like I said, I've used this a lot, but I can add a little bit of water to it to thin it out for a smoother effect with my painting, or I leave it as is and I can get super duper texture. So I'm gonna show you, try and show you a few different techniques here as we go. That pink jar was a little messy. All right, so we talked about the initial Phenomena paints. I want to talk about some of the colors and I want to show them to you. And I really don't have a plan here, so bear with me. I was trying to figure out, so I thought we were at back to school time. So what if you took, you can make tiles or different things with the primary colors. So what I'm showing you here is the colors. There's a wonderful array of primary colors. We have Bumblebee. We have True Canada. That's what it was. And this one here is also part of our Canadian collection. I will show that to you. And it is called Maritime. My goodness, Maritime Hills. So primary colors, what about this color? Check this out. I'm going to show this one to you. I love it. It's called Sapphire. Hey, Kirk. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for joining. I don't usually do Wednesday mornings, so this is interesting. But it's nice and quiet here. Oh. And I had this open earlier. There we go. That's just the protective seal. I'm going to put that down to the side here. And what I want to do is I am just going to show you a quick, that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to show you the blue. And so a quick dip. This one is called Sapphire, and it goes on brilliantly. So look at the coverage and how smooth. It is really easy to work with. All I did with these tiles, and I chose the tiles just because I've got them here. But you know, a person could customize their own tiles too. So, but I wanted to show you the primary colors. We are back to school, so look at this. How many companies do you know have a color like this? I know lots don't. So this is absolutely gorgeous, called Sapphire, and it is perfect for your primary colors to mix with, to customize your colors, etc. So I'm gonna put that off to the side somewhere there. So like I said, the colors, this is the Sapphire. Absolutely beautiful, isn't the colors are gorgeous. They're so rich and vibrant, and the texture is so nice and creamy. So I really do love this paint. I've used several paints in the past, trying them out. Some I've worked with really well, and some not so much, and they sit in the bottom of the closet and wait. So until maybe one day. Now, I do get a little messy here. I don't, so lives for me, I've always done towards the end of the project, adding something on. These are gonna be more towards the beginning, so you will really get to experience how much of a mess I make. So that was a bad one. Just because that lid came. All right, so colors. So we've got, the colors here are great. So what I want to show you, they come in the color collections also are divided up into a couple of different separate collections, included with the regular colors. And I say regular colors because I'll explain that after. There is a Flair Canada collection that is gorgeous, and I have those colors. So the Maritime Hills that I showed you, an absolutely gorgeous kind of a forest green, which is really pretty. The Western Sunset is a rich golden yellow, absolutely gorgeous. True Canada is a vibrant red. That is this color. And Prairie Lace is a nice, soft, muted, almost caramel-y kind of. It's a warmer beige, but beautiful color, beautiful tones. So those four colors are with the Flair Canada collection. So they divide them out a little bit. There is also colors around the world. Sadly, I don't have any of those colors, so I'll be making an order pretty soon. I thought I did, but I don't. So I'm gonna tuck that off to the side because I'm gonna show you something different with those. And now let's talk about some of the, I want to show you this one. This is an interesting product. Okay, So Phenomena Paints has a paint specifically called Forget Me Not. This paint is beautiful. It is a fragrant paint. So when you open it, this one is called Trendy Peppermint. They've got beautiful names. I think there's 12 colors. I have my little cheat notes up there. 12 colors in the, no, that's a sparkle. 5 colors, 8 colors, my apologies, there we go. 8 colors in the fragrant paint. So they come and they are the fragrant ones, okay, 8 fragrances, and they are, I want to get this, they are blended with the 100% pure essential oils. And what that does, so this is the Trendy Peppermint. It is absolutely gorgeous. I wish you could smell it. It's beautiful. It's got a very soft, gorgeous peppermint scent. So it helps to enhance your senses as well. Now, when the paint dries, you don't really notice it, but it's as you're using it. And so what it does, there is the peppermint, which is kind of an invigorating and refreshing scent. It's got a gorgeous, soft, minty green to it. There is Lush Lavender. I used this color on a chair and a blanket box, if you remember. And I'm gonna give it a shake. I haven't opened this one for a bit, so we'll see what it's gonna look like. Give them always a good shake, but you know, don't be afraid to use your stir sticks. I find around the edges that sometimes it gets a little bit of a buildup, so you just scrape around. This one is lavender. There we go. Look at that color. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous. Pretty, pretty. And such a fresh lavender scent to it. They're not overpowering. Scented paint is wonderful. It is going to give you a nice sense. The colors are gorgeous, and it just helps to give you a nice sense of, it enhances your senses and makes you feel good. I don't know, I love them. There are, like I said, I've got rose milk as well and sensual frankincense. So this one is a soft pink. And I just paint right out of these jars, so you will find sometimes my lids are maybe a little crusty. I try and wipe them after, but this one is called, what did I say? Rose, it's on the front, rose milk. There we go. I've got a rose tea, a tea rose, something. And so like I said, there are 8 more scents. There's another green, there's a lavender, but there's also the lavender, and I forget, it's another purple flower. I forget now. Oh, that one's got, okay. I keep paper towel very handy, and all I do is just wipe. I try not to muck up the lids too much because you get a better seal. There we go. All right. So that is the scented paints. Now, some of you may have seen, so right at the beginning I played with some sparkly paint. So this is called Pixie Dust, and it is loaded. I'm going to try and get the light to hit the sparkles. So the sparkles are in there, and they're very, very plentiful. You will not be for lack. And they come in, so they've got like a base color in the paint, but then the sparkle is a different color, and there's 12 different ones for that. I've used 4 colors because that's what I have on here. And the main color is the Dragonfly, which is a black with gold sparkles. Now, what I find You know, you don't really see too much in there when you're looking in there. The sparkles tend to sink, so you want to make sure that you give it a good stir, good shake, keep it going, and then once you lay it on, maybe I'll show you. I'll show you the different color though. Actually, the black is, once you lay it on, it's almost like the sparkles rise, is what I'm trying to, I'm doing really lousy with lids today. There we go. I'll show you. Oh, this is going to get messy today. That's okay. I want to show you with this one on something. Just trying to get that bit off the lid. There we go. Okay, so this one you can see is a little bit thicker, but you can see the sparkles in there. And then as you glide it on, as you put it on, did I want to do that? No. I'm going to actually paint over this one. Give me a brush, any brush. You know what? I'll take one of these. I love my Klingon brushes. They are nice and easy to work with. A quick rinse and you are refreshed and ready to go for the next one. So, quick rinse. Normally I spin them to get the water out, but okay. So this one is a little thicker, and that's okay. As you can see, if I add some water to it, it's going to thin right out. But honestly, my brush is damp, so it's going to thin out anyways. And I'm just going to put it over here because I want you to see how the sparkles kind of appear, because they don't sit right on top. They seem to float up, is what I find anyways. That's just my personal observation. I have no idea if that's what happens. But unlike some glitter paints you can't go back and forth. If you do that, you lose your glitter. This one here, you can go back and forth and it will rise up. And so as those start to rise up, you'll start to see the glitter in there. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Christine. So the glitter paints are gorgeous. They're fun to add some accents to, make great decor. The colors are amazing. And again, I'm going to tell you, this is all one coat coverage. Okay. So the coverage is amazing. I absolutely love it. The paint goes a long ways. And the colors are vibrant and true. So, can't go wrong with that. All right, so I'm gonna put that off to the side. And then when it's dry, we'll maybe take a look at it again. I'm going to drop that into the bucket. Close this one. All right. Yes, I'm getting messy again. It's the lids as soon as I lift them open. Normally I work a little more gently and I don't make a mess as much, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Now I want to talk to you about a new product that's come out. This is called Charm Kitchen Cabinet Paint. I haven't even tried this yet. I've opened it and looked at it. It's beautiful, but I haven't tried it yet, so we're going to try it today. The cabinet paint is a slightly different formula. It's still a clay-based, but it is more durable and made specifically for like your kitchen and bathroom cabinets, where it's got a lot more, you're constantly grabbing and handling the cabinets, right? So it's got more durability. You do not need a top coat. This is a cabinet paint that is meant to go on and be done. Okay, so probably a couple of coats. And what I've got here is, I lucked out and found some of these display cabinets that you see in like Home Depot and that. Lucked out and got them at a secondhand home supply store type thing. So I grabbed a few of these because I thought they would be great for practicing, great for making little projects and that. And I've taken a nice dark, looks like a walnut cabinet. It's brand new, so there was no grease, but I gave it a good scrub with, use a soap and water and make sure you're rinsing the soap off after. But you want to make, whatever you use, you want to make sure that you're able to degrease, de-oil, get all of that out. So that you're not, the paint doesn't adhere to that, okay? This is what you want to do. So what I do is, my preference, I use TSP, spray the heck out of it, and then I take one of those green, really coarse scrubbies and scrub. If I need to get in corners, I'll do that with toothbrushes, etc. Wipe it all, rinse it all, make sure that the TSP is off. TSP doesn't always agree with certain paints and that. I don't want to take a chance here and see if it doesn't. So, and then you're ready. It doesn't have a super shiny front, so Phenomena Paint says I can paint. I'm gonna paint. So let's have a look. Just didn't want to set that in the tea rolls. There we go. All right, so let's get a nice fresh brush here. And so with the Charm Paint, the formula also, this is one that you can also use with a paint spray gun, okay? I haven't tried that yet. I do, and I will, just not today. But the other ones, because they're clay-based, they're not gonna spray as well because they'll clog up. This one is supposed to spray, and you'll have to check your own individual gun manufacturer recommendations as to nozzle type, etc. So, but today we are going to, I'm curious. Okay, so I haven't used this yet. I haven't tried it. So we're gonna do a bit of a review together and see how it is. So it's nice and creamy. It's rich, it's smooth. And adhesion looks good. It's not separating. Definitely 2 or 3. Now, I didn't use a primer. I don't have to use a primer. However, if these were my cupboards, I would have probably primed them first so that I'm not using as much paint. I've never painted cupboards before either, but they are a bit of a daunting task, not one to take on lightly, I tell ya. So the brush is not too bad. Not sure. This one says you can roll it. So you know what? I'm gonna try rolling it. And see, I've got a fresh roller here. And I'm going to pour a little bit. I just use these little lids for my rollers. It seems to work. I'm going to pour a little bit in there, not much. Catch those. So take those, wipe your drips and that way your lid doesn't get stuck on there. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit. I just want to see what rolling. This is not proper, but I want to see what rolling would do. So definitely I would have primed these. Rolling seems to be, I want to see what it levels out with, but I would probably stick to the rolling on these. Personally, just because it's easier. So now I want to see. But I get better coverage. Okay, so see that? I get better coverage with that. I'm not sure I like the brush marks, so we're going to go back this way. I just want to see. This should level out beautifully. I may have to continue this experiment after. Being that it's clay-based, it also dries really fast. So let's tuck that off to the side. So the Charm kitchen cabinet paint comes in 5 colors, and they are, so there is a deep navy, it's called Night. There is a perfect beige called Wheat. Sand is a soft gray. Shell is a warm white. And Pearl is a clean white. This one is the Pearl. So like I said, a lot of times with your lighter pigments, like your whites and soft pinks, anything like that, you're going to end up doing couple of coats for sure. Even though you don't have to prime for the adhesion, I would prime if I'm going over a dark, just to save on the paint, okay? So, but honestly, this is pretty much dry. Now it's got, I like that. Okay, hang on. Hang on, it's pretty much dry. Let me see if I can get another coat on there now. Oops. This is not a proper paint tray. It's just small so I can use it quickly. If you're rolling. Okay. I love the texture and the smoothness of it. It absolutely goes on brilliantly. Okay. Oh, and look at that. So big difference already just with that second coat. So had I primed this, I probably would have been okay with 2 coats on here. And now I would be, if these were actual cabinet that I was doing, I would certainly be more cautious with my painting technique. I'm just trying to, I'm more so curious on the coverage. So I'm really, really liking that. So that's not too bad. Like I said, if that was primed, you'd probably be almost good to go. And the Charm cabinet paint, you do not need to top coat. It is self-sealing and durable itself. So I think Charm is a hit. I like it. I'm looking at doing my own cabinets, but I'm probably looking at maybe more of a warmer white. Not so cool. So I might be ordering some of those if I ever get to my cabinets this year. If not, probably next year, because they were supposed to be this year too. That didn't happen. I will make sure I take you on that journey with me. So I'm going to put this off to the side, out of the way. There we go. So that is the Charm cabinet paint. I love it. The paints dry fast, they go on smooth, and they are super for self-leveling. All right, we're going to tap that. Now normally I just paint out of the jars because they are designed that way, nice and easy with a nice wide mouth. But with the rolling, you can't. So again, I always take this around my edges, especially if I've poured. It just helps to keep the paint from gluing the lid on. But if it does come off, all I do is give it a good tap on the tabletop, on the lid, just like you're opening a jar. You know, when the new jars, you kind of tap it. But there we go. Okay, we like that. Okay, now let's I want to show you. Okay, so now here's some fun things. Here's some of the fun things. Let's go this and this. All right. There is an Abracadabra raised stenciling powder. This is mixed into any color of paint that you want and done with then you do it with a stencil, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to take, and I think I'm going to just work with white so that you can see it really good. So I'm just going to, that was already shaken, whatever the word is. I'm going to take a little bit of paint because I'm not going to need much. And some of my powder, put that there. And so you're just going to mix a little bit of powder in until you get the consistency. There is no science to this one. It's whatever consistency you want. The more raised you want or chunky, you know, the thicker you're going to make it, right? So I am just doing this so that I can give you a quick and dirty on the raised stenciling on how to do that. So I'm going to add a little bit more powder. I want it fairly dry. Because that also helps to keep it from going underneath the stencil as well. So mix it up really good. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay. So Abracadabra. We are going to make raised stenciling just like that. And I think I'm going to use just a regular spatula, just a regular plastic spatula. So what I'm going to do is I've got this red tile. I've got a stencil to fit it, and we're going to give it a go. I've used no adhesive, no nothing underneath. What I'm going to do is just hold it down and apply. So take your spatula, take a little bit on, and all you're going to do, hold it down, and you're just gently, you don't want to do a whole bunch of pushing, you just want to smooth it over. So you want it thin enough that you can spread it, almost like a margarine, maybe, I don't know, about that, margarine, butter. You don't want pancake syrup, that's too thin. So my fingers stiffen as I'm sitting there like that. So, okay, here we go. So all I'm going to do, and I'm just, like I said, nothing fancy, but it's going to give a textured raised effect. You can mix it with any paint you want for color, but I'm going to show you something else. If you're looking for just stencil with color, I've got something else to show you. Phenomena Paints has an incredible assortment of products in their line. You really, there's so much you can do, and the options are endless. And all I'm going to do is lift that. We got a couple of blurbs, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. This is more just to show you. And then you've got a raised stencil. So it's hard to see, but it is there. So, and then you can paint it or leave it. Just depends. So, Abracadabra stenciling powder, okay? You can, it's raised stenciling powder. You could use it if you wanted to add a little bit more texture too and thickness to mix with your paints as well, okay? Can be mixed with any color. any consistency, whatever you want. There's no formula. All right, that is abracadabra. And put that off to the side. So, let's see. I want to see, I'm coming back to this one here, the sparkles. So you're going to be able to start seeing, and then you can see the sparkles in there way better now. So hopefully you can see them. The lights are tough in here. There we go. All right, so that is re-stenciling. And that little tiny bit, I still have enough that I could probably do one more if I wanted to. Okay, so that's that one. So abracadabra, mix it with your paints. Put this over here. I have a mess here to clean up today. All right, let me just take a sip. I don't know if I've missed any questions, but if you do have, if you do have any questions, just let me know. You can send me a message through my Facebook page or send me an email, angelasaddict@gmail.com. There we go. Or put them in the comments here and I'll catch up with them later. So, but if I've missed any, I apologize. I work with my head down, not necessarily looking at you guys. So, all right. How about, so we're still talking about stenciling. So what about stencil paste? So Phenomena Paints has stencil paste, and it is, you can work with it as in raised stencils or softer. I will show you. Okay, this one is called Pacific Time. So they've got some colors with them too. Look at that color. You can do your stencil right with the blue. And we are going to do that. Let's take this and let's take one of these. We'll just go like this. And I'm just going to do one of these here on here. And there are different ways. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to do it to get different effects. So you can use, now I usually just pull from the lid when I'm doing this. Hey, Kathy. And take a bunch. These are just little makeup sponges. It's just one way to do the application. Okay, and so it's a thicker paste, also clay-based, and so everything is also water-based. Easy, easy peasy cleanup, okay? But they're thicker. So you find when you're doing stencils, and people sometimes struggle with the bleeding, right? Underneath, your paint's maybe too thin, you've got too much on, and you're pushing too much underneath, and it's sliding. It's a liquid, right? It moves. With these here, they are a little bit thicker. I like using them with a sponge. You could use them with a brush, anything else you want. And I draw from the lid, not a whole bunch. And hopefully you can see this. I will hold it up, but I'm just going to go over top. I'm literally, there is nothing on the back of this. And you want it rich enough. I like using the dabbing effect, okay? I'm not moving it sideways or underneath. I'm just dabbing straight down, okay? And that helps to eliminate some of the bleed, okay? And that easy. So rich, thick color, beautiful, very little bleeding in there. Had I done it a little slower and more patient, it would have been absolutely perfect. But you know what? I'm thrilled with that. Very easy. So they come in, that one is the, where did I put them? That one is Pacific Time. This one is Steel. So it's a gray. These ones here, you can't shake. When you open them, you're gonna wanna take your stick, okay? Because these are thick. They are not a paint, they are a paste, okay? So they are supposed to be thick. Pastes are thick. And so just, doesn't take much. And there you go. Nice and creamy again. So they do separate a little bit as they sit. These ones don't shake as well. You're gonna want a little stick to stir them up. And then there is a white. I've also got a white. Oh, they're back there. This one is called Bleached. That one is a pure white. And there's a soft pink I absolutely love. It's called Himalayan. So just like the Himalayan salts. So there are a few other colors that the stencil paste come in, but I've got these four for now, and I think they're fun to play with. It's just simple and easy, a little thicker, so it's easier to work with than a regular paint when you're doing stencils. They don't bleed through as easy. If you want it a little thicker, pull some out and let it sit. If you want more texture in it, right? So let them dry and then you can dab them or whatever you want. All right, so that is stencil paste. And how about we look at metallic paste? Who likes metallics? I love metallics. So there are 4 metallic pastes from Phenomena Paint. There's 2 golds. There's a soft gold and kind of a pinky gold called Kuanur. Oh, I don't know. Try that. Okay. Then there is Marry Me, a nice rich creamy gold. There is London Haze with a little bit of a silvery shimmer, more so. And then there is the Pearl Chiffon, which is a white. What I want to show that on is just on some raised trim pieces here. So let's take Marry Me. So there's a couple ways again, same thing, it's a paste. So you can, these ones here are a little thinner. It's a paste, but it's a metallic. So these ones, because you paint them on more so, right? This one is called Marry Me. And so very rich and creamy. I absolutely love these. They can be sponged on, they can be detailed in, they can be brushed on. So what I'm gonna do is take a brush and I just want to kind of gently go over and show you. And that is just going over the raised parts. Very easy and adds a lot of detail to it. I chose black because I knew it would show up. So give you an idea, okay? It's got beautiful tones in there. I wanna show you the other gold. Oh. There, bang. No, how come? Did I not open this one yet? I might not open this one yet. There we go. And I am just going to do this and try and show you the difference here. Little tiny bit. So a much softer gold, almost silvery. So more of a, almost like a pinky gold, like a rose tone gold. There we go. So there's a couple of different gold tones. These are easy, like I said, they can go on with brushes, with sponges. This one here, I'm gonna do the sponge and I'll show you. I like to make sure I get my lids on right away too, just because clay-based, they will absorb and dry. So if you find they're drying out, just add a little bit of water, give them a good mix, okay? I use, when I'm adding water, I just use one of these, okay? Just a mist, a couple of mists. You do not need running tap water. It fell. Okay, this one is the London Haze. Okay, and I'm not kidding you when I say you need to, so here's what I mean, right? So scrape those sides, because what happens is we drag our brush on the side, right? And it ends up getting drier there and the paint will end up staying. So take it, scoop it around, but there's absolutely nothing wrong. All right, so this one, I love this color because it's got just that slight bit of shimmer, silvery shimmer, which I really like. So with this, I'm gonna take another one of these little wedge makeup sponges, cheap at the dollar store. And we are just going to brush this way. Very simple. Oops. Doesn't take much. If you want to just knock some shimmer to the details. Oops, that sunk in too much. There we go. And just like so. So that's the London Haze on top of the red. I can see this being beautiful for Christmas coming up. I know I said the C word, I'm sorry, but it is coming, guys. And as artists and crafters, you know that comes up real fast now. So, and I want to do one more thing. Okay, so now I want to take, so this is the Pearl Chiffon. So we've used the brushes on there. I'm going to take, we'll just go like that, so I'm not over top of it. And now I want to, this one is the pearl, so this is the white one. And I'm gonna put it over top of the black. What do I wanna use? I've got different tools here just to show you guys. So how about, I know, let's do a sponge. I don't like that sponge. Let's try this sponge. It's pretty big. Now when I'm using, so this is just a natural sea sponge. I'm looking for my water bottle that fell. Hang on. There we go. I will take them and I'm gonna just dampen it, okay? So that it's not completely dry. I'm gonna take the edge and right into the lid here, just like so, a little bit, not much. And how great would this be for if you're making your own tiles and that, metallics, lots of metallics, love it. You know what, let's just, what if we did this kind of over, like so. And there we go, and you can do silver. So they do beautiful for stenciling as well. There's the blue again. So there are tons of ways to use these products. You can use them with brushes, with rollers, with sponges, you know, take different things. What is that still damp enough, you know? Can I take a comb and bring that through, right? So taking different things for texture. This paint is wonderful. You can use it smooth, you can use it for texture. The sky is the limit with this. Couple more things I want to get in with you here, and I will let you go. I thank you so much. I gotta take my iPad here just to make sure I get all the notes. There is, okay, top coats. We've got water-based top coat in satin. There's also a second one that I haven't got yet that is more scratch resistant and water repellent. So that one would be more for your high traffic areas, tabletops and that kind of thing. There are 6 colors in the finishing glazes, including black, white, grunge, and the coffee. There are waxes, 5 colors in waxes, including a liming wax. So you need to check out all of their products. You could spend hours on their website looking at the stuff. There's tons. Couple of things I want to get in. Flexiwood, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to just mention it briefly here. Flexiwood, I'm going to do a whole nother segment on Flexiwood to show you different things when I'm working on it. It's a bendable wood product to enhance and add details to your furniture pieces and decor. So, but we'll do that another time. Excitingly enough, oops, there we go. Phenomena Paint starting on September 10th, going to the 30th. Phenomena Paint is going to be 20% off. So good time to take advantage of that. Go shopping. Great time to try. They come in different sizes. You don't have to get the full sizes like these. You can get sample sizes of the paint in this size as well, okay? And give it a try. If you're not sure about a color or a product, those are good ways. You can get them in the smaller ones. In the Charm cabinet, kitchen cabinet paint, they come in larger containers, right, for doing the cabinets. So 20% off, shop through my affiliate link. I'm gonna post a link right after this to make sure that you've got it. Or you can go to my angelasaddict.pg.ca. If you go into the menu of the products for shopping, you'll see Shop Phenomena Paints. You go in there and there's another button. You click Shop Phenomena Paints. It'll take you right to the affiliate website with Phenomena Paints, and you order directly from them. They ship it. I don't ship it. They ship it to you. It's coming out of Canada, but they ship worldwide. So if it was just me shipping, I'd only be doing Canada. They ship worldwide, but you can shop through me. One more thing. So Phenomena Paints in October. So I introduced to you Kristen Min with Eclat Designs by Kristen at the beginning here. A phenomenal, gorgeous, amazing, brilliant artist that just has a vision of nothing else. Amazing. If you're not following her, follow her, but she is going to be in Niagara Falls doing a 2-day workshop with Phenomena Paint, partnered with Hocus Pocus. So that is very exciting because we both represent both of those. And so I'm gonna try and tag in a little bit and keep things going. There is, so Kristen Min, 2-day workshop. If you are able to participate and you wanna go to the Phenomena Paint Facebook page, and there is information on there to get involved and go to the workshop. So she will be hosting it. Sadly, I won't be able to make it there. I was hoping I was, but we will have out-of-town company. So I will be here with family, but she's gonna be amazing. So I hope I can catch it, and there's some videos or lives that will be shown as well. So that is my introduction to Phenomena Paints. Next time I won't talk so much. We'll show more techniques and really get into it. But I wanted to give you a quick, I know an hour is not quick, but a quick introduction. There's so many products. I've just buzzed right through them. Couldn't even show you half the colors. because there's so many. So as we work through, I will show you more individual products going forward. I'm gonna try and do my lives once a week. I don't know what stage of the game it will be at, so it'll be at different stages as I prepare the piece that I'm working on. So you may be at the beginning, you may be near the end, it may be showing you some new techniques that you've never seen, or some, you know, twists on typical ones. So anyways, I'm going to try and schedule for Wednesdays. We'll see how the 10 o'clock works. We'll plan that for next week as well. I am Angela with Angela's Attic. You have been live in the attic. Thank you so much for joining me and your patience as I kind of fumble through this first introduction. And I hope you will catch me next time. I will be scheduling the events. 20% off Phenomena Paints. Shop through my affiliate link. That sale goes from September 10th to the 30th. Go shopping, try it out. Thank you for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. Shopping through my link will help keep me bringing you more new products and more designs and techniques to show you. So have a wonderful rest of the week. It is hump day. We're getting through. We're just over that hump now. It's downhill from here. We're good. So take care, guys. I'm Angela with Angela's Attic. You were live with Phenomena Paints. I'm a content creator and affiliate. And thanks for joining. We'll catch you later. Bye, guys. Have a great day.